Alright, well, it's time to start finishing the body here with the French polishing procedure. I've got my felt here. It's a felt block, and then I'm going to use some cotton and basically just wrap the felt in the cotton. We've got our U-Butte and Everclear, 1-to-1. I've got some what's called Dr. Duck's Axe Wax. It just kind of acts as a lubricant. Particularly, I guess, in the beginning you want more wax. And I've got I'll put that on with these Q-tips, and then a dropper for applying the shellac to the felt and the cotton. You just need a few drops at a time. And just this is some of the Gonzalo olives that I had, just a scrap piece, and I was practicing last night because I just wanted to get a feel for this French polish. So this has got 2 coats on there, and it was just good to get the feel for how they the felt felt on the wood with the shellac. And you can feel as the shellac starts drying up, it starts to kind of grab. But you can also see it as you put it down. You'll see like a haze behind the pad. And that haze is the shellac going down. Once you don't see the haze anymore, your shellac is out of the pad, and then you recharge it. So now for the true test, we got to do the body here. Alright, the thing about French polishing is essentially what we're doing is we're just putting down ultra thin coats of shellac. It's not going down thick at all. You're just rubbing on a very thin coating. The thing is, there's a lot of coatings. My understanding is it takes anywhere between 20 and 50 what they call bodying sessions, which is putting the shellac on. So it takes a long time to build it up. But according to the guys that do it, and the few that I've seen, it's well worth the effort. And when we do this, you don't do the whole back all at one time. You want to break it up into sections. I think we'll cut this up into quarters. So we'll kind of do the upper bout here before and moving on to the lower bout, and we just break it up into quarters instead of doing the whole thing. Alright, we're ready to go here. First step of the journey. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on this Q-tip here. And just put some oil on the section that we'll be doing here. This just helps the pad slide easier. And my friend highly recommends this Dr. Duck's wax. So that's what I'm going to use. Okay. Here's our felt pad covered with the cotton t-shirt. Just put a few drops on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. We'll start with 8 drops here. Alright, and you can move in whatever pattern you want. I'm going to use like figure 8s here to get started. You can do circles, and I can still see like a little haze coming off the pad, so that means I still got shellac on here. And what I want to do is just keep going, I guess, until you don't see the haze coming off the pad anymore. I'll tell you what, it's much easier to see that haze on this section that I'm doing right now than it was on that little scrap piece. You gotta have patience for this, but I think it's going to be pretty therapeutic. See, now I don't see a haze, so that means the pad's dry. So we repeat the process. 4, 5, 6. And now you can really see that haze. I'm not pushing hard, just lightly. Okay. And that little haze is gone again. I think I'll hit it one more time. We'll put like, kind of going between 6 and 8 drops here. When it first goes down, like I say, you can really see the haze here. Maybe I'll try and get some close-ups later of me doing this. But then the haze disappears. Alright, I think we'll move on to this section next here. So, same thing. I'm just going to put the oil and do this. So, I'll take another shot once we get the whole back done here. I changed my mind. Here's another angle. We'll be doing this section here now. So I'll put the oil on. Just a little bit. Okay. Okay, we got our 8 drops of shellac. And just keep the pad moving. Okay. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but do you see that? Kind of like the trail that's behind it. It's a hazy trail. My understanding is that's the shellac going down. You can see it's already disappearing. And you would think that would probably be the case on the first coat, because there's no shellac on here yet, so it's got to be pretty thirsty. So you can do whatever you want, whatever kind of pattern. circles, figures eights, back the other way. I still see a little bit of a haze here, so it means I still have shellac on here. Okay, looks like it. So I'm going to do this quarter and then this quarter. That's the first coat of the shellac from our French polishing process. Now right now it looks pretty glossy, but my understanding is that really that's mostly the oil that you're picking up there. And before we do the next session, we'll wipe this down with that microfiber cloth that gets off most of the oil. So then we'll see how it looks. But that's first of between 20 and 50